What is up, guys? Sam from the Byeforever fam back with another recap, and this is the AWL Championship. So first off, let me apologize. I am a little bit sick, so if my voice sounds a little off, that is what it is from. But had to get all of this together and bring you guys, of course, the hype. So let's jump into it, into the friendly warlog. You already see the green on the screen, and there it is. Hello4Now, walking away with the perfect season, undefeated in AWL play, and taking the Superhumans crown in our first ever War League. So I wanted to give some shout outs. First off, shout out to OFW Warriors for stepping into place in this one. There was a little bit of dramas surrounding this war, but OFW stepped in at the last minute, saved it, and we did end up having the championship war. And obviously, I also want to say a big thank you to the AWL staff for everything that they had done this season. It was a wonderful and a pleasure to be a part of the league this season, even though we had just started up as a clan. So 9-star victory this week. I don't really know what I can say about it. Some people will say that the competition wasn't there all season, but OFW, a great clan. They did put up 12 triples the week before in the semifinals. We just came with it with the base building this week, the base building, the base testing, everyone. So my last big shout out is, of course, to everyone in Hello4Now. Only 20 people could be in the war. It was the toughest roster that I would say I have had to make this season, but it doesn't matter if you were in the war, if you weren't in the war. Everyone was a member of the team. You were part of the squad that got it done week in and week out, and my deepest gratitudes to everyone who was involved in the war. So let's jump into it. 5 triples for OFW, 14 for Hello4Now. And let's go into the war details. I want to take a look at the team and give a shout out to everyone dropping the triples this week. So Clash Ford, Carbon Finn with the 6-pack, and shout out to Carbon as well for doing some streaming for us. Peach, Big Belly Ben with the 6-pack this week. QC picking up 1. Myself picking up 1. Norma Schnockers picking up 1 after a rough first hit. Tyrant Penguin cleaning up Sam's mistakes. BP with the triple. Big Lou with the triple. And Aqua Salmon and Steve. Everyone getting it done. Everyone getting it done this week. So big shout outs to all of them, and once again big shout outs to FW. But let's do what we came here for, because this is going to be a long one. It's going to be a doozy for me to speak through all of this, but I wanted to make sure that everyone gets highlighted. Now obviously I'm going to have the recap here as we watch Big Lou go in on base number 20, but wanted to make you all aware of some other opportunities to view some of this action. So first off, obviously you'll have my recap here, which will go for quite a while, and then you can also check out Clash with Rin, who is doing the AWL official recap for Hello4Now's Superhuman War. Additionally, there is Carbon Finn, who has already put out his video. It came out this morning. I recorded this last night and then had to come back and do the voiceover. So Carbon Finn's video is already out on the championship, and as well you will want to check out Crunch Gaming, also on YouTube, who will have a I think top 5 video on this one. So shout out to all of those people. Make sure that you have them all on follow and support. And I wanted to give one more shout out as well to the media team in general. Late Sleeper did some excellent streaming for us both Saturday night and Sunday, and Carbon Finn also jumping in and throwing some stream down on Sunday. So hats off to all those guys. Thank you for keeping us out there, having our name out there. But let's get back to the attacks and finish watching Big Lou smash through this one. That was an excellent kill squad that he came up with there. A little bit weary on his spell drops here, but he's pushing through the base, these loons just cutting through. And I will say that was kind of the theme of this week. We did try some new things, some of those ghost E-drag hits, some other things, some minors. It just didn't work out, but let me tell you, air just as strong as ever in this one. Lou, he's not a big air specialist, I would say, but definitely giving it a go here. And you can see hanging on to that last rage spell. I think he just really wanted the swag, but nice work to him. And a great job to Hello4Now in this one. Let me talk a little bit about the war. So we started off on Saturday night, not our greatest start to a war. We generally come out swinging pretty hard and get 5 to 6 attacks in. But I believe we started 0 for 8 this war. And in fact, OFW went up early on the triple count on Saturday. And it wasn't looking so hot on Sunday either. But thankfully our defense was holding up quite well. Like I said, the OFW squad definitely capable of putting up triples, but we just came with it with the base building this week. And then on Sunday, the big hitters came out, and it started to go pretty insane pretty quick. Just back-to-back triples from everyone, and I can't say enough about this team. I'm so glad to have been a part of it. People told me, thanking me for what I do for this squad, but it's the squad that really does everything, and I just show up and try to knock out 2 attacks and don't fail. But either way, we've got Aqua Salmon coming in here, doing it with the E-Drags, one of those old school, I suppose, E-Drag hits. And look at this clone, or not the clone, the Warden Tome catches everyone, minus 1 or 2 loons, but pushing through the interior of the base, keeping everything raged up. Look at those loons still up. That is how you know the attack is going well. If you get to the point where you're ready to throw down your clone and you don't have any loons left, that is an issue. But Salmon continuing to push through. Look at this, freezing up everything, getting to the Inferno Towers, getting to the Eagle. Just needs to get that last air defense taken care of, and this one will be good to go. And you can see the drag's taking a little bit of a strange path here. Look at that Warden being targeted, but smartly freezes up the AD. That forces it to retarget. It ends up getting onto a E-Drag, and the Warden stays alive by just a sliver of health, and gets that one taken care of. So we'll 4x through the back end of that. Beautiful stuff to Aqua in that one, and shout out to Elina, or Eline, yeah. I know she is the person who takes care of OFW, so shout out to her as well. And let's continue moving up, and we're going to check out Norma Schnockers going in on their number 16 base Wrens. And here we go in with our first Ghost E-Drag hit of the recap. And I will say this is the strat. It gave us some issues. A lot of people say, you can use this on any base, and I will definitely say we had some rough fails with this to start off the war, and took a couple of clan mails, took a couple of discussions about plans to really figure out what we needed to do and remember who we were as a clan throughout the season. But Norma cloned up those E-Drags in the core. One thing we had been playing with, obviously not taking the loons in the blimp, just to help facilitate ensuring that we get the clone down on the E-Drag. And then unfortunately does pull the CC in this one, so look at this. Queen steps into range. She's in range of that archer tower, pops her ability, but she is not going to be able to get the enemy queen. Goes ahead and starts this Lalo and goes heavy with it. I mean, look at all those loons in the corner. And here comes that third hound as well. The other thing in this, no Skelly, no Quake to open up that town hall. So unfortunately all the loons are going to path around the town hall. And then in just a second, I think one of the pups gets on it, activates it, half the loons make a path back, and look at this Warden ability. 2 different groups of loons getting taken care of, the queen helping out as well, and yeah, all the loons somehow survived that. That was just beautiful. I don't know how that worked out, but shout out to Norma for getting it done, and we are actually going to 2x through the back end of this, because once there are no spells left, this really does slow down quite a bit. That is one of the reasons, I don't know, not that I'm not a fan of it. I like to see the 2 clone variation as opposed to 3 clone, just to give you a few more spells to push these loons through. But right here, we were looking at time because this is a slow attack, but look at this queen. She's going to make a smart decision for the first time in her life, and reroute into the very core of that base, and that actually helps Norma finish this one up without any timing issues. So shout out to the Queen AI on that one actually being helpful, and excellent job to Norma finishing up that third triple for us. And we're going to jump up a few spots to number 13, and it's going to be Steve. And you already know what Steve's going to be bringing, because Steve is the Lalo guy. And here we go in with the Sui Lalo, and I think there were, man, 3, 4, 5 Sui Lalo hits this war. Really just bringing it. Don't know how that's going to be affected with the update coming out, the Tornado Trap. Really going to potentially mess with the Sui Lalo. You get that trap down on the Inferno or whatever the person's trying to Sui with the Blimp. That could be quite problematic, but look at Steve coming in here with the DPS CC, not worried about it. Brings in that Valkyrie. That's a little trick that I like to use. Use the Valkyrie to really eat up those skeletons so that your king doesn't have to beat on them for so long. Even misses the poison, but is not really going to be an issue because the king does get over there, helps take it out. Queen is on the Town Hall now, and as soon as she gets on the Town Hall, as long as she has her ability, it is going to be GG. That Town Hall is taken out, and now whatever else he can grab is just extra percentage. And then we've got 3 hounds for this Lalo, 3 hounds, 6 haste spells, and the Skelly for the Queen in the core. Oh yeah, here we go. So loons making their way in. Here we go in. There are the hounds and a bunch of balloons coming in with that Grand Warden. Side by side haste spells, 1 more haste spell coming in, and then another hound with some more loons tanking this area. Look at all of this. I mean, the pathing is just beautiful. Waits for that Queen to hop the wall, very smart, and then gets the Skelly spell down, and I think you're going to see the Warden ability. So we've got Immortal Skellies there in the core, absolutely ripping the Queen, along with a bunch of pups. I mean, there are just a boatload of pups there in the very core. Last haste spell goes down, getting him into the Inferno Tower. A couple of backside loons really tanking these wizard towers. Just needs to get that AD down. Go AD, and it does go down. I think he wanted that on the opener, but either way, gets it taken care of. And look at all these loons coming in, and still a heal spell for the back end. Gets it down on the wizard tower, taking care of that, taking care of the Expo, and Steve absolutely smashing another base. See those Skellies still up in the core. Everything is good to go. So beautiful work to Steve in that one, bringing us home with one of these 12v12s. I think this one was definitely late in the war, part of the triple train once we really got rolling at the end. Like I said, the guys really turned it on, or guys and girls, I should say. Guys and girls, I have to shout out to our lady clashers who did such a great job this season, keeping us in these wars. But next up, Clashford going up against 3-star, bringing us with the Kill Squad Lalo. Like I said, so much Lalo action this weekend. Baby Drag going down, getting a little bit of funneling. Giant with a couple of Wizzies to get the other side of this funnel. And I talked about this in a recent video. There are just things that you can do with this wall wrecker that you cannot do with wall breakers. And this is one of those things. Bringing it in here, taking care of this little moat, and allowing everybody to push straight in to the core of this base, and that is just how you get it done. Jump spell is already down, and look at this Kill Squad pushing in, freezes up that Giga Tesla in a second. Gonna pop the Warden ability, and that keeps everyone alive as they push into the very core of this base. The Hound Baby Drag CC does nothing. 2 air defenses already down, and pandemonium is ensuing. Poison spell is down for the pups. King is in the very core with some bowlers, taking out the Eagle, taking out the Sweepers, and at this point he had a pick of where he wanted to start the Lalo. Brings it in from up at around 9 o'clock with these loons. Look at those bowlers still in there. Look at the Queen still in there with her ability. She's actually going to pick off a few more defenses, and look at this Lalo working. Unfortunately, just missing that air defense, but with the Hound Pop and some loons, they do get in there. Look at that little balloon parade that we've got. Free spell, very nicely placed there. Gets the Wizard Tower. That was the threat in this one, and now he's got a Hound and no ADs left, so it's just going to sit in front of everything. A few backside tanking loons come in for the Tesla. Some Skellies pop, but it doesn't matter with the last haste spell. This one absolutely smashed. What a plan from Clashford in this one. So Excellent work. And once again, the Lalo reigning supreme this week. And yeah, like I said, it was Lalo after Lalo action once we really got rolling this week. Um, yeah, it is what it is. Let me tell you that. And so let's get ready. Let's move up a few more. We'll check out Queen Cordelia. And you guessed it, it's more Lalo action. This time, a Sui Lalo once again. QC bringing the pain this weekend. Almost actually picking up a 6-pack with this cleanup hit and almost getting a fresh one, which ended up getting cleaned up. And we're going to see that hit here in just a few moments. But she is moving in. She got the blimp once again. Baby Hound CC. It's become easier and easier to take care of. It used to be, that was a big deterrent. But no problem for QC. She pulls this baby out. Drops down her own baby. Max baby versus Max baby. You're always going to win. So gets that taken care of. Drops down the king. Just goes ahead, rages him. Gets the town hall because he can. You can see hasn't dropped the queen yet. She's going to wait on that because she doesn't want the queen taking any damage. And then once the queen can step up, she steps up. Grabs a couple of defenses and then can pop her ability. And really set up the pathing in this one. So is going to have to Lalo into a sweeper, but not too worried about it. A nice little 3-finger drop there on the loons, and then a few trailing loons to go and direct target that Expo that got left up on the opener. But look at her pushing through. One hound is already down, and look at these loons. Look at the loons just absolutely pushing through. There's the rage. There's the double skelly for the queen with the warden ability. Once again, some immortal skellies, some immortal pups in there, absolutely ripping through this one. And look at the pathing. Even with the splits, everything converges back onto this Tesla to come into the very last section of the base and just overwhelmed. Nice swag freeze there. Probably would have wanted that on the wizard tower or maybe the air defense on the back end. Again, look at these splits. Some tough pathing to get to these defenses, but not fooling QC at all as she finishes this one up. So beautiful job to her. Excellent hit. And yeah, nothing really else to say about that one. So more Lalo. That's all I can say. And let's move up and we'll check out number 4, and it is Peach, another one of our ladies of Hello4Now. And here we go, something a little bit different from the Lalo action, and it's gonna be that queen walk into the bow witch. So shout out to Peachy in this one. Getting this one done. I think almost all of our ladies got the triples this week. Meeps came really close with a 97%er. But Meeps did have a wonderful hit rate this season and is going to the AWL All-Stars War next weekend. So just unfortunate to miss in the finals, but that is okay, as I think her better half picked up the 6-pack. So he picked up everything for her. But Peach moving in here. I don't know if this is the direction that she intended for the queen to walk, but it's the direction the queen walked. And here we come in with the bow witch portion. Nice rage spell goes down. Let's see. Are we going to see that warden ability early? Are we going to see that warden ability? There it is. All right, so warden ability goes off. We do have a jump spell. Waiting to see where that jump spell is going to go down. Come on. There it is. All right, jump is down. Look at all those bowlers in the core. Taking some weird little splits here, unfortunately. Let me look at the queen. She's banging a wall. That is not what you want to see in this one, but look at these bowlers just getting massive skip damage, walking down the corridor of this base. And that is really what it's all about. Even a few witches actually helping out with the queen. So it looks like maybe some Larrys might be doing some tanking for her as she continues to push her way around. But both Infernos are down. All of the splash minus one wizard tower and a bomb tower are down. So absolutely hammered this base. Even though it probably did not go to plan for her, it really doesn't matter. You can see a couple of wizards and witches working the top side flank. Most of the bowlers have died out, but the queen with the warden and a couple of skellies are going to finish this one up. And still queen ability, so shout out to Peachy in that one, getting it taken care of. And yeah, beautiful stuff. And we've got one more for you guys. Like I said, it was the cleanup on QC's almost fresh, and then my 99% time fail. because of like a sliver of health. But it's going to be Tyrant Penguin. Matt bringing it in here and doing Matt things. So here we go. Look at these loons coming in, getting these air defenses, expending 2 haste here on the opener. Very, very nicely done. Very nice adjustments made by Matt, and the progression of attacks on this base were absolutely beautiful. The things that we did to get this taken care of. So now he's gonna lure down the dragons with a minion, and then in just a second, come on, get on down there, get on down. There it is. There comes the giant with the king and the Valkyries and the baby drag. All of this really just to help out. You can see he's got the queen hanging real far back because he doesn't want her once again taking that damage. As that Giga Tesla does pop, wants to make sure that the CC is handled, and then as the queen steps up, you can see she takes a weird path but freezes up the Giga Tesla and that cannon, and then again has her ability. As long as he pops it and she gets on the town hall is going to be down. So very, very nicely done there to Matt. That was an adjustment that we had made right before this, and you can see he started to clean up really early because we did know that time was a factor on this hit. But look at this Lalo coming in. Hounds are already down, 20-30% of the way into the base, but it does not matter. You can just swarm this base. Look at that Skelly spell on the queen, and in just a second I think we'll see the warden. Yeah, there it is. Warden ability goes off, so once again Skelly is protected by that warden tome, and yeah, queen goes down really quick. No spells left on this back end. 2 wizard towers and a air defense and a couple of air targeting defenses, but it does not matter. Too many loons to get this taken care of. And Matt gets the cleanup down very, very nicely, and making sure that he does not time fill on this one like your boy Sam did. But beautiful stuff to Matt. Another huge sweet Lalo for the team. And like I said, that was the theme of the season, well, of this war at least in the season. But that, guys, will do it for the recap. I wanted to give a shout out one more time to everyone in Hello4Now. Thank you for a wonderful season, putting in the work week in and week out. Undefeated does not happen by accident, and they brought it every single week. So shout out to everyone for all of that. Again, shout out to all of the media coverage, and glad to bring the Byeforever family its first ever league championship crown. So that's going to do it, guys, for the recap. Make sure you guys check out everyone else's stuff, Carbon Fin, Crunch, and Rin's videos from this one. But that'll do it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Until next time, this is Sam. Peace out.